It's a huge problem. There are over 6,000 different types of e-cigarettes being sold in the U.S. right now. The FDA has only approved 39.
Welcome to GAO's Watchdog Report, your source for fact-based, nonpartisan news and information from the U.S. Government Accountability Office. I'm your host, Holly Hobbs. For a new tobacco product to be sold here in the U.S., it must first be approved by the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA. But there are a large number of unapproved electronic cigarette products and devices being sold here. We'll learn more about this issue and efforts to stop these sales from GAO's Triana McNeil. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So Triana, how big of a problem is this?
It's a huge problem. There are over 6,000 different types of e-cigarettes on the market being sold in the U.S. right now. The FDA has only approved 39. So there are thousands out there. We have no idea what's in them, but we do know who uses them. A lot of youth are using these, and it's affecting not only the potential for addiction issues in the future, but it impairs their learning, their concentration, their memory, and it also has a number of other harmful health effects. It can inflame the lungs, and in 2020, 68 people died in the U.S. because there were some e-cigarettes that had vitamin E acetate, unknown to the users. And so the fact that there's thousands of these products being sold in the U.S. and many of them are being consumed by our children, that's a problem.
So what happens if you get caught selling an unauthorized e-cigarette? Like, what's the range of things that could happen?
There are a number of different enforcement actions that the DOJ takes. So there's this bad list, right? Sellers that are selling and pushing these things out, the 6,000 that are unauthorized, unapproved, they might get put on a list. And if you get put on that list, U.S. Postal Service may not deliver your e-cigarettes to your establishment. And there's also like watchful eyes on you. You can also get hit with fines. You can get hit with criminal charges. You can get your assets seized. So there's a variety of different enforcement actions that have been taken.
Do we know how often action has been taken?
Very limited. So from 2022 to 2024, it's been less than 20 a year. There was a jump in 2025 to, I think, like 58 actions. But again, that pales in comparison when there's over 6,000 of these unauthorized products being sold in the U.S. And the big jump in 2025 happened because states started flagging them and reporting them to the DOJ, which I'm really excited about.
I don't understand. If it's such a big problem, why has so little been done?
We have an ongoing review looking at the FDA's role in this process. When we reviewed the DOJ and the DOJ enforcement actions, they told us they really rely on the FDA to make the referrals, and then that triggers them to do their investigations and to do enforcement actions. This past year, they got a lot of input from states. So I think the DOJ leveraging not only FDA referrals, but also information coming from the eyes and ears at the local level from the states and localities is going to be very helpful moving forward.
Is FDA or the Department of Justice assessing its efforts in any way?
Not that we're aware of. There is a relatively new task force that involves a number of different law enforcement, and they kind of took a pause at the beginning of the Trump administration. They now have picked things back up, and I think in our ongoing review, we're going to be looking at what are their goals, what's definition of success, how will they know, how are they tracking if they're meeting those goals, and if their efforts are successful. So again, let's focus on moving forward. Let's see what we learn in our ongoing review. And I think we'll have more to share then.
Last question for you. What's the bottom line of this report?
It's not candy. These are dangerous, and a lot of children are using them. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel for me with this task force, with the states getting more involved. So I'm hopeful that more is going to be done in the future. But this has got to be a piece of work that we do and just continue to monitor and watch. The FDA, CBP, DOJ, states, localities, So that's what we're going to be focused on moving forward.
Triana, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you for listening to the Watchdog Report. To hear more podcasts, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. And make sure to leave a rating and review to let others know about the work we're doing. For more from the Congressional Watchdog, the U.S. Government Accountability Office, visit us at gao.gov.